Welcome, fellow followers, to the Word, the Faith podcast. Over here, we get into a lot of Bible reading and discussing today's living as it relates to our spiritual journey in Christ. We give commentary about religious news and events, and we try our very best not to be judgy, make judgers, yes. So this episode, we're going to be getting into the Book of Enoch. So we're going to be reading, so we're going to be reading chapters 23 to, I don't know when I'm going to stop, because a lot of the chapters are short, are just a few, maybe a few sentences. So we're going to go into chapter 23. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. It's Friday. It's a nice sunny day outside, but I am here with you guys giving you guys an episode and reading. Yeah, because I like reading, and I like reading the Bible, and I like reading historical books. So especially when it relates to spirituality. All right, so we're going to get into chapter 23 from the Book of Enoch. I hope you guys either grab you a book, you have the actual physical book, or you can find it online. So I read from online because I don't have the physical book. So chapter 23 reads, "From thence I went to another place." So just a little feedback, I guess, to talk about what's going on. So if you've read from chapter 1, you know that Enoch, he never, I guess, died. He was taken up into heaven, and he was showed all these things. I do believe at this point he's like in a trance. So spiritually, he's in a trance. You got to go back and read from chapter 1. So that he has angels around him, and they're showing him the ways of the world. So they're showing him the creation and what this means and what that means. And he's very curious. He's asking all of these questions. So that's where we are right now. Okay. So let me get a drink of my ginger tea. Let me tell you, I made some ginger tea, and it's literally ginger juice. So I was juicing gingers, and that was just taking a long time. And it can be quite costly if you get an organic ginger. And I think I was wasting like a lot of the product. But I went and I paid like $15 for a 32 ounce jar of nothing, but it's just pure ginger juice. So when I make my tea, I do a shot of ginger. I do like a scoop of honey and just regular black tea. And, I like ginger. I like the spiciness. For the people that don't like spiciness, they can just add a little, but I like spiciness. This is all the spice I have in my life right now. This is the only spice from this ginger tea. Anyway, let me stop before I go on a rant. Okay, chapter 23. "From thence I went to another place to the west of the ends of the earth, and I saw a burning fire, which ran without resting and paused not from its course day or night, but ran regularly. And I asked, saying, What is it? What is this which rests not? Then Raguel, Raguel, which is one of the angels, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered me and said unto me, This course of fire which thou hast seen is the fire in the west, which persecutes all the luminaries of heaven." So it's like a punishment fire. Chapter 24. "And from thence I went to another place on the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire which burnt day and night. And I went beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing from each from the other, and the stones thereof were magnificent and beautiful, magnificent as a whole, of glorious appearance and fair exterior. 3 towards the east, 1 founded on the other, and 3 towards the south, 1 upon the other, and deep rough ravens, no one of which joined with any other." I be trying to picture what this looked like in my mind, but I'm a visual learner. Like I would need someone to draw it so I can picture it in my mind, because I'm trying to. "And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne, and fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree such as I had never yet smelt. Neither was any amongst them, nor were others like it. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and wood wither not forever. And its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit and resembles the dates of a palm. Then I said, how beautiful is this tree, and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its blooms are very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the holy and honored angels, who was with me and was their leader. This chapter 25. And he said unto me, Enoch, why dost thou ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree, and why dost thou wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, the high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the holy great one, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for the fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King. Wait, these words are so little. What that say? It says, then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad, and into the holy place shall they enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, such as thy fathers lives. And in their days shall no sorrow, or plague, or torment, or calamity touch them. Ooh, hallelujah. I can't wait till that day. Then blessed I the God of glory, the eternal King, who have prepared such things for the righteous, and have created them and promised to give them. Chapter 26. And I went from thence to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place, in which there were trees and branches abiding and blooming of a dismembered tree. And there I saw a holy mountain, and underneath the mountain to the east there was a stream, and it flowed towards the south. And I saw towards the east another mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine. And it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And to the west thereof there was another mountain, lower than the former, in a small elevation, and a ravine deep and dry between them. And another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the three mountains. And all the ravines were deep and narrow, being formed of hard rock, and the trees were not planted upon them. And I marveled at the rocks, and I marveled at the ravine, yea, I marveled very much. Chapter 27. Then said I, for what object is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered. Who is bumping like that? I'm sorry, y'all. My kids or some, or maybe my cats, I don't know, making a lot of noise. Where was I at? Okay, chapter 27. It says, then said I, for what object is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between them? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are accursed forever. Here shall all the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips against the Lord unseemly words, and of his glory speaking hard things. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days there shall be upon them in the spectacle of the righteous judgment, in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment over the former they shall bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he has assigned them their lot. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and set forth his glory, and lauded him gloriously. Alright, this is chapter 28. And thence I went towards the east, and in the midst of the mountains range of the desert, and I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants, and water gushed from above, rushing like a copious watercourse, which flowed towards the northwest. It caused clouds and dew to ascend on every side. Chapter 29. And thence I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range, and there I saw aromatic aromatic trees excelling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. And the trees also were similar to the almond tree. Chapter 30. And beyond these I went afar to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water. And therein there was a tree, the color, and it's a question mark. So I'm assuming, when I see question marks, I assume it wasn't translated or something. I don't know. The color blank of fragrant trees, such as the mastic, mastic. I have to look that up. And on the sides of those valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon. And beyond these I proceeded to the east. Chapter 31. And I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees. And there flowed forth from them nectar, which is named Sarara, Sarara, and Galbanum, Galbanum. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, whereon we were aloe trees, and all the trees were full of stack, Stacte. I really should have looked these words up beforehand, but you guys can do it on your own time. Being like almond trees, and when one burnt it, it smelled sweeter than any fragrant odor. It sound like it smelled real sweet. Chapter 32. And after these fragrant odors, as I looked towards the north over the mountains, I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard and fragrant trees and cinnamon and pepper. And thence I went over the summits of all these mountains for towards the east of the earth, and passed above the, now I do not know how to say that word, Erythraean, Erythraean, Erythraean. My tongue can't move like that. Erythraean, whatever, sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Zotiel, Zotiel. That's how you say that angel's name. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and from afar off trees more numerous than I, these trees, and great 2 trees there, very great, beautiful, and glorious, and magnificent, and the tree of knowledge, whose holy fruit they ate, and no great wisdom. That tree is in height like the fir, and its leaves are like those of the carob tree, and its fruit is like the clusters of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree penetrates afar. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive is its look. Then Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which thy father old in years and thy aged mother who were before thee have eaten. And they learnt wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. Chapter 33. And from thence I went to the ends of the earth, and saw their great beast, and each differed from the other. And I saw birds also different in appearance and beauty and voice, the one different from the other. And to the east of these beasts I saw the ends of the earth, whereon the heaven rest, and the portals of the heaven open. And I saw how the stars of heaven came forth, and I counted the portals out of which they proceed, and wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by itself, according to their number and their names, their courses and their positions, and their times and their months. As Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, showed me. He showed all things to me and wrote them down for me. Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. Okay, so that's where we're going to end off. What do you guys think? I think that Enoch was showed the Garden of Eden, because the tree was in the Garden of Eden, and he was, describing everything that he saw when he got to this tree, and he asked, like, oh my gosh, this tree is amazing. He said that's the tree that they ate of. So when you think about all of the descriptions that he was saying while he was walking through this land, this big land mass, and I believe that he was in the Garden of Eden. Okay, so we're going to stop at chapter 33. We're going to pick back up in about a week, chapter 34, and we're going to read on. A lot of these chapters, like I said, are pretty short, so we're going to try to get through the book. I think it's either 70 or 90 chapters in this book. I don't know. I don't remember. I did read through all of it, but I'm just kind of going back and reading for you guys. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed my episode. Thank you. Bye.